As far as I'm concerned, 100 years isn't enough to forget M. Night Shyamalan's awful called The Last Airbender. It was no easy feat to squeeze 20 episodes into less than 2 hours. There's no denying that. But then again, why not just make the film longer? It's not that simple. 3 months before the premiere, Paramount Studios made the decision to convert The Last Airbender into 3D. As you can probably guess, these changes caused a lot of problems. The director had to cut the runtime so that the team could convert the film in time. As a result, more than 30 minutes of painstaking work was left on the cutting room's floor. So, what exactly was cut? Was it something important? Yes and no. There were both important and absurd moments I found, and I can wait to show them to you. Warm greetings to all my furry friends. It's me, MultiAlexson. Get cozy, grab some tutti frutti. We're about to enter the magical world of 4 nations. You have no doubt noticed that the film adaptation of Avatar severely lacks effective jokes or silly situations to mix up the seriousness of what is happening. Alas, we were never gonna see any of this, as Shyamalan completely threw away the humor. According to him, the audience wants to take it seriously, so everything must be real. If a character is too silly, viewers will realize that he is not very upset at being injured or captured. I don't know. I think everyone fell in love with Sokka tomfoolery and cheerful spirit, so the adaptation lasts a lot without these funny moments. Maybe it lost everything.
No! I knew it was only a matter of time!
Here is a clear example of Shyamalan removing a scene in which we could have seen Aang, Katara and Sokka having fun and dancing. This deleted scene begins with the liberation of an Earth Kingdom capture village. Aang is the first to appear. He knocks one of the firebenders back with a powerful blow. Of course, before the air could reach the enemy, he waved his staff 10 times. Sokka in turn demonstrated the highest level of martial art called boomerang in the ass. After the village has been liberated, they threw a dance party and start dancing till they drop. While dancing, Aang notices a strange house. Without hesitation, he goes inside. There he meets a strange old lady. Out of nowhere, he tells her that he wants to talk to his dead monk friend. Then fortune teller pointlessly tries to guess the monk's name as well as what he has in his hands. But then old lady shivers in a funny way and starts speaking in a different voice. She warns the Avatar that if the Fire Nation capture the city of the Northern Water Tribe, it will be impossible to defeat. After these words, she comes to her senses, clueless as they would happen to her. This is nearly the end of this scene. I wonder if this old lady is in effect fortune teller named Antwo? What do you think?
And the fate of the whole world.
Yeah, I knew that already. But did it say anything about a girl?
We all remember that in the animated series, Aang went the several adventures with his friends before going to the North Pole to study waterbending. There are not such events in the adaptation, however. We don't see him meeting the Kyoshi Warriors, Booming or even Freedom Fighter Jet. No matter how much you wanted to see all these moments, Shyamalan either missed them or didn't want to add them. But why did he remove Kyoshi Warriors? I will never know, as they're essential for this world and this story. It's not that simple. The director claims he had to cut them, and that it was the most difficult decision he had to make. He and the team spent an unbelievable amount of time and energy choreographing the scenes. But in the end, Shyamalan's decision was to cut the warriors and instead introduce them in the second film if the opportunity presents itself. In the end, this was due to their absence from the final chapter of the first season, and by extension in the finale of the film itself. I honestly don't know what they spent an unbelievable amount of time and energy choreographing, but here's the deleted scene with the Kyoshi Warriors. At first we see Sokka, then the camera focuses on a mysterious girl with a fan. This is one of the warriors, Suki maybe? Maybe it isn't, it's not clear. After Sokka and Katara finish handing up the posters, Avatar joined them and shares a message from the Dragon Spirit with his friends. Having discussed everything, the Avatar team decided to immediately go to the North Pole. They climb up and are ready to fly away, but suddenly Sokka notices strange girls, Kyoshi Warriors. Then the warriors quickly disappear, while Sokka is left perplexed. The battles in Avatar The Last Airbender were so exciting that your heart could skip a bit. The same, of course, can't be said about Shyamalan's adaptation. Well, all the battles look like they come straight out of a Bollywood film. battles between characters are so pathetic and unrealistic that I honestly wanted to switch the film off when I'm watching it. I think everyone who saw this movie was also upset about its awful CGI. This is especially true when it's come to the battle scenes in the North Pole. Who am I kidding? It's true when it comes to the entire film. As it turns out, we didn't see a few scenes. Oh my god, how happy am I that we didn't. While watching Katara pretentiously fighting firebenders in slow motion, I was simultaneously laughing, crying and shouting.
No, 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 no.
But hold on to your hats now, guys. Just look at what Sokka is doing. His coolness is out of control. It's as if he has been taking lessons from Vin Diesel. This guy will certainly demolish every enemy. Now it's Mr. Pakku turn. Here's the old man fighting, kicking everybody's asses. I do have one question. Why are they not shoving him use the ice trap? Did they run out of money or something? Just look at this truly amazing special effect. I wave with a hand, and the scene immediately cuts to the dude being frozen. It feels like a novice YouTuber, not a professional team at computer graphics. Here's another joke. After this technique is used, the firebender doesn't move whatsoever. How is it even possible, if he's covered in ice from head to toe? Finally, the actor playing Sokka gives a powerhouse performance for the Airbender TV shows. It's not secret that Shyamalan's adaptation has a number of inconsistencies with the source material. For example, Mr. Pakku in the film is a little younger and kinder, in contrast with his cartoon counterpart, whereas Pakku was a stubborn and strict waterbending teacher. Katara even called him a nasty old man once, but it's just in appearance, he's a total sweetheart underneath.
Maybe that move is too advanced for you.
Remember how Pakku didn't want to teach Katara waterbending, which ended with a conflict and later even a battle between the two? There's no mention of this in the film, as later was discovered Katara's entire training by Pakku was cut. The decision was spotted as far as I'm concerned, as it was really boring to look at. At first, they just wave their hands, and then Pakku pushes Katara back, but waterbending helps her to stay on the ground. Then she strikes her teacher, but Pakku reflects the punch, using yet another super special effect. And that's that. This fight can be safely forgotten. Just do yourself a favor and rewatch Katara vs Pakku fight from Avatar: The Last Airbender. In the animated series, while Lord Ozai is a truly terrifying, powerful and insidious antagonist. The same can be said about the movie version, where he looks painfully silly, reminiscent of Dr. Evil. All scenes with Ozai in the film are simply invented by the screenwriters. Such scenes are not to be found in the source material, except for Ozai's assignments for Azula to catch criminals Zuko and Iroh. Don't think I'm against director vision, but the way Shyamalan did this looks awful. Eventually, the director probably realized that Ozai's last deleted scene is completely meaningless. It begins with Ozai sitting alone in a field near his house reading a scroll. He is later approached by a warrior who reports that the attack on the North Pole was unsuccessful, and that Admiral Zhao was killed. He also shares some good news. He tells the Fire Lord that his son is alive and that Zuko is with Iroh. He then shares his fellows' impressions of the battle. They claim that General Iroh showed the ability to produce fire from thin air. The subordinate also mentions the Avatar's incredible power. At this point, Ozai interrupts the soldier, makes a pathetic face, sets him grazing on fire, and makes an equally pathetic speech along the line though.
When this fire has reached 3 fields of length, I want you to try and stop it.
Then, Ozai walks beautifully into the distance, in front of a fake-looking green screen of a burning field. This is the last of the deleted scenes that we unfortunately or fortunately never got to see. Do you think Shyamalan did the right thing, cutting them? Leave a comment below. As always, don't forget to drink good water, give the video a fire like and an earthly post, and my channel an iris subscription. Wish fire help to all of you. It was me, MultiAlexson. Bye bye!